It's getting late, I know. I hadn't been in Chicago in about 25 years. So I said to my wife one day, I said, you know, I miss Chicago. I gotta go back. She's a good sport. She's from Northern California. She said, let's go. I called up the principal at Von Humboldt Grammar School. And I said, I went to this school a long time ago. I live in Los Angeles. I said, it would be a big thrill for me if I could come back and sit in the chair I sat in 7th grade. In 7th grade, we used to have inkwells. You remember that? Little chairs with inkwells. So the guy's name, I think he said it was Wozniak. He talked like the first Mayor Daley. Yeah, you could come here, but it's very dangerous. He said, you remember how to get to the schoolyard? I said, absolutely. He said, you got a car? I said, sure. He said, here's what I want you to do. Pull in the schoolyard, pull up to the office door, don't look back, we got guards. So we're videotaping. And I walk in, by the way, there were bullet holes on the facade and police tape. I walk in, start crying. You know, to be there after all those years. He takes us into the office, and he says to me, when did you graduate? I said, 51. He said, don't go away. And he walks out. The office, by the way, was as big as this dais. And he walks away, and he comes back. He must have gone into the archive rooms like a closet. Comes out, he's got the school paper with my picture. I start crying again. So he said to me, you want to talk to the kids? I said, yeah. So I go talk to the kids, and he points out the window. He said, Mr. Green lived across the street. The building had long been raised. And one of the little girls says to me, was it as bad then as it is now? So I said, well, my buddy Jerry and I, Jerry's a CPA, I said, we made it. He said, what does that mean, made it? So, very moving experience. And then, and so we drive through the neighborhood. It was very dangerous. Every time I go back now, it's getting better and better. They're building it up. So Humboldt Park looks pretty good now. Okay, well, I thank you for, yes, ma'am.
Was there a bathhouse on Division?
Oh, the Schwitz. See, you're a Jewish lady, we call it the Schwitz.
I know. Was that, did gang, the Italian mafia hang out there? Or
Not in my day.
No, but earlier.
Probably. I'd say probably. There were two of them. There was one on Division near Damon or Ashland, and there was another one on North Avenue. When I went there, I'd go with my father, and all the old Jewish men would be there with hairy chests, out of shape. And they'd be eating pickled herring, and they'd have a schnapps. And it was a big thrill for me to go when I went with my father. Yeah, great memories, just really, really great memories.
I was going to tell a story. I heard this story about my grandmother's brother, so this was a great uncle. He worked in the Schwitzbud on Division Street, and he had a very good voice, singing voice. And the wise guys found out about that, and they used to have him sing opera for him.
At gunpoint?
I don't know. And so apparently they had a hangout out in Indiana somewhere, and they would pick him up on his day off and blindfold him and drive him out to their hangout so he could sing opera for them out there.
Oh, my
and then
God.
they drive him back and take off the blindfold.
You know, you tell stories like this to other people that wouldn't even believe it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, my neighborhood. You know, by the way, I became a teacher. I think it was my second day in Los Angeles, and all of a sudden, I was in a very tough school. So a little boy says, not little, he was maybe 15, he says, hey man, that's bitchin'. I said, what? Well, what kind of word is that? I never heard that word before. So, yeah, things, we grew up different. You know, we all had a code, the men, right? We used to stand on the corner and pitch pennies. Remember that? We did pitch pennies. If a guy walked by with a pretty girl, we didn't say anything, we were gentlemen, right? If you go on a date and you knock on the door, you're very polite to the parents, you're a gentleman. Not in Los Angeles. So I come to Los Angeles, I'm here maybe 3 months, and I had a date with a beautiful girl. She was Miss La Jolla, and we're going to a party. So I walk in, the door's open, and as soon as we walk in, some guy grabs her arm and starts dancing with her. I'm thinking, what is it, another world? So I walked up to him and I go like this. I said, what's that all about? So we stopped. But, you know, different kind of guy. No manners. Well, I thank you all for coming. I'm honored. I thank you.